Hi, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday Facebook Live here in Transform Together. Super happy to be with you as always. And just a couple things as we get going. I want to remind you that if you have not yet grabbed my latest freebie, you can get it now at nancylevin.com/reinvent. So I've been organizing around the conversation of reinvention with intention. So if you're wanting to make a change in your life and you're wanting to be intentional about it, I've got a reinvention assessment for you as well as a prescription. So I'm giving you basically a clear-cut guide so that you can make your big leap with clear intent deliberately. So again, if you are in a place where you're making a big change, you're going to want to grab my freebie at nancylevin.com/reinvent so that you can reinvent with intent. So today, what we're talking about in here is looking at how to think beyond money. So it's pretty clear across the board whenever I ask a client, what's in the way of you getting what you want, or what do you want more of in your life? One of the first, I would say one of the top three answers is money. And it's usually, I will say money, time, and love are probably the three top answers I hear. And I want to support you in thinking beyond money, to stop equating success or fulfillment or meaning with money. And what happens when we set financial goals, we can do one of two things. They can motivate us, but they can also sabotage us because we get looped into the when-then mindset. And I just want you to notice for yourself how this plays out. If you get into the when-then mindset of when I have this, then I'll be successful. Then I'll feel like enough. Then I'll feel like I'm making a difference. Whatever your when-then is. And just think about that for yourself right now. You can certainly pop it in the comments if you want, but just think for yourself, what is the story you're telling yourself when X, then Y? Or when I lose weight, or when I fall in love, or when I, whatever it might be, then I'll be enough, or I'll be successful, or I'll be fulfilled, or my life will be meaningful. Whatever your own equation of when then is. Because when we set up a when then statement, we're actually setting ourselves up for sabotage. The when then tends not to be motivational or inspirational. So just like everything else, money is an outward measure. So approval is an outward measure. External validation is an outward measure. Love from someone else is an outward measure. And if you identify, as I know so many of us do, as people pleasers and peacekeepers and conflict avoiders, we don't want to rock the boat. We're really geared toward the external. We're geared toward keeping other people happy. We're geared toward staying safe. And in that, we end up using external measures to find our own value and worth. So when I'm talking about thinking beyond money, I'm also wanting you to really see the importance of defining your own life in deeper terms so that you're not equating or attributing your own value and your worth to something external, to something outside of you, that you're not determining your value and your worth to how much money you make, that you're not equating money and happiness. And notice for you what your driver is. You know, some people's driver is pleasure. Some people's driver is productivity. You know, notice for you what your driver is. Building a life that feels fulfilling and meaningful includes far more than anything we're going to receive externally. So, far more than money, far more than approval, validation, love from the outside. I'll always return us to the inside job. Always. Whatever you're seeking externally needs to be resolved internally first. And whatever problem you think money can solve, I can assure you there's another way. So I wanted to say quick hello to people who are here. Hi, Reenie, honey. Hi, Christina. Hi, Julie. Hi, Teresa. And Christina says, when I have money, I'll be happy and living my real life. I think this is also related to what we have said yesterday. There's an ancient commitment. I was not supposed to ask for money. If I did, I would have felt guilty. Right. So yesterday we were talking about, so we've been talking about this a lot in all of my groups. So I'm talking about this in my Reinvent with Intent Facebook group where I'm doing some little mini workshops. I'm talking about this in Destination Me, my membership. You're going to really want to see what you're making things mean about you. What are the beliefs that you are creating based on beliefs from the past, based on imprints from the past? And then what is the commitment that you made to stay safe? What is the commitment that you made to feel safe and loved as a child? Often, the conversation about asking for money loops into charging what you're worth. And there's this sort of across the board unspoken, what do I want to say? Like unspoken belief that it's not okay, it's not spiritual to charge when you're helping someone do something for themselves. So for example, this is why many people end up giving their services away for free. Many people feel it's not okay to charge. But what's happening is we're not putting value in ourselves. We're not putting value on our time. We're not putting value on our skills. And so again, it's the inside job of how do we determine our own value so that we can actually go out into the world and draw toward us, magnetize toward us what will reinforce our sense of value. So this idea of, Christina, like when I'll have money, I'll be happy and living my real life. Notice how much you're putting off until some unknown future by presupposing that it's not possible to live your real life without that. And then I want you to start considering, if you're not living your real life, whose life are you living? How are you packaging yourself to be digestible to everyone else, as I like to say? How are you choosing to live a life that's not on your own terms? And where's that getting you? What's the cost of doing that? Hi, Leanne. Nice to see you here. And Mary Lou, hi, Nancy. Love this. Desperately need this reminder. Too many decades of feeling stuck. Yes. So, this is a way in which so many people get stuck. We wrap money into value and worth, and they're very separate. And it's also a shift in the belief about what are the earliest beliefs that we have about money. So that's somewhere else I'd like you to begin. Again, you're welcome to share it here in the comments. You're welcome to think about this for yourself, What are your earliest thoughts about money or people who have money? And really, it's what are the earliest messages you received? So, what did you perhaps hear your family, your parents, the other grown ups in your life say about people who have money or about the way that you should relate to money? Those beliefs get super embedded and they start driving the bus. And what happens is those early beliefs about money actually create the barrier to having what we really want. So we're already wanting to look into how are we going to dissolve the beliefs that have been holding us back, the beliefs that are sabotaging us around what we're capable of actually having. Renee, I am already abundant and prosperous and have everything I need to sustain and nurture myself. So that's the new belief, is what I would say. Great. Teresa, so an old belief, an old message is money is the root of all evil. Right. So, we hear this, money is the root of all evil, money doesn't grow on trees, wealthy people are greedy, whatever it might be. The rich keep getting richer, whatever beliefs or whatever imprints, whatever messages we received about money early will stay with us. Right, Philomena, this is a big one. My early belief was that you have to work hard to earn money. Right, so this is something I work with a lot of my clients around, this belief that you have to work hard to earn money, that it has to be hard, and that if you get money, if money comes your way without working hard, you're undeserving. It's the flip. Hi, Gail. I'm a physical therapist that has been on furlough. My company has called me back to work, but throughout the past 20 years, we were getting underpaid compared to other physical therapists in our area. I want them to give me the money that other therapists are making in the area and that I believe I'm worth, because I do have great outcomes with my fantastic. Yes, I'm all for it. Yes. Patricia, my mother said, and you said you heard this every day, if I had money, I could go into the store and buy anything I want. Right. And then really even taking that farther, then there's the belief of if I can buy anything I want, I'll be happy. So again, this is how the money, this is how this whole idea of money and happiness get linked, even though we've also all heard the phrase, money can't buy happiness. So instead of staying connected to money for money's sake, pay attention to the other resources available to you. Because the truth of the matter is, money is a renewable resource. Time, for example, is not. Pay attention to the way you spend your time. Pay attention to the way you spend your energy. These are other resources available to you. Christina, old belief, I'll never have enough money. Today I'm working so hard, but I can't make it through. It's so frustrating. And with COVID, everything became more frustrating. Yes. Lisa, similar to diet culture. Exactly. When I'm skinny, I'll be happy. Exactly. Kathleen, George is the richest man in town with no money. It's a Wonderful Life. We were taught to be good and moral is not to have money. Vows of poverty. Right. I mean, it's really important to see where this messaging began so that we can then go in and unwind it. Kamna, I feel stuck and embarrassed asking for money for my services I offer. I end up working on goodwill. It isn't serving me and makes me feel worse. That's right. So here's the thing. When we give our services away for free, we are the ones who are discounting our own value. Oftentimes, we have the idea that what we have to offer isn't of value because it comes easily to us, because it's in our zone of genius, because it's our nature, because it's our skill set. So we don't value it enough because it comes easy. And then we give it away and then we feel resentful. So part of the conversation about thinking beyond money is also understanding the ways in which you create for yourself your own enriched experience of stepping fully into your purpose so that you can receive the fullness of what is yours, what you're worthy of, what you're deserving of. But it can't just be about the money, because then it will be hollow. It's about the exchange. Money is simply an exchange of energy. I'm providing something for you, and in exchange, you are providing something for me. When we overgive, when we overdeliver, but we're underpaid, it is sending a message to the universe that we don't believe we're worth it and we're not good at taking care of ourselves. So we're essentially sending the message, don't give me more because I can't actually handle it. I'm glad that's resonating. Good. Yvette, this, like so many of the agreements that we've been brainwashed with, has to be undone, and we have to allow the reprogramming of our true selves. Yes, we have to allow the reprogramming. We have to allow the reprogramming. So I will say that in my book, Worthy, I dive deeply into this, and I will continue this conversation here with you over time because I want to support you in receiving the compensation that you are worthy of having as an exchange of energy and resource and value. Okay, good. So once again, if you don't already have the freebie, my reinvention assessment and prescription, you can download it for free at nancylevin.com/reinvent. Every Tuesday, I go live in a whole different Facebook group called Reinvent with Intent, where I'm doing some little mini workshops in there around making change in your own life. So if you want to join me in there too, you can get double Nancy Tuesdays and Thursdays on Facebook Live. And as always, I look forward to continuing our conversation and to the opportunities to support you. So just continue excavating and asking yourself the questions. What's the if, then, when statement you've been living by? And what are the early messages about money that you've been living by? And how can you give yourself permission to turn them around? You can flip the belief. And what's going to make it stick is attaching an action to the new belief. So whatever your new belief is, attach an action to it so it will cultivate and it will anchor the new belief inside of you. Nothing's going to happen without action. All right, loves. Mwah. Philomena, Jessica, Christina, thank you. Take good care. I'll see you again here soon. Bye.